didn't understand what that give it away was. And when we just kept seeking his face and for an answer, he began to show it to us and begin to reveal the plan that he had. So my wife had been wrestling with him for 5 years about a girl's home. And when she finally revealed it to me, you know, I said, hey, we'll pray about it and move forward. And that's what we did. And when we decided on the group home concept, because it never was intended to be a group home, it was just in the back of our barbershop is where it all started. And so we started out just trying to help kids in the Suffolk Springs community. You know, we had a barbershop. I saw a kid go to the bus stop every day, and every day I saw the bus leave and the kid go the other way. So I was kind of worried about where this kid come from, and I wanted to try to do something in his life if I could. And so when I talked to my wife about it, we came up with, hey, let's just do a mentoring program. Let's try to help him with his homework. Let's just do whatever we can do. And from that, it birthed Miracles Outreach. So in 2006, we started a residential program. An article was written on my wife in the newspaper, and Crystal read the article
the day before, which I was never supposed to go there because I was trafficked, so I was supposed to go to no group home would take someone that's trafficked. It's just like a high risk case. You just don't do that. And I read about them the night before. I was supposed to go to a TLP program. They rejected me. And my case manager brought me to Tampa, and when she opened her door, I was like, oh, I know your husband. She's like, how do you know my husband? I was like, I read about you.
Beginnings are so fun, right? and you know, the thing is that obviously this was a family decision based on prayer and everything. How has this process brought you and your wife closer together?
Honestly, you wouldn't believe how strong our marriage has got. We actually just conquered another test this morning, so I can testify to a test. Now I won't tell you what the test was, but we won. And every time we go.
Are we going to see the limousine parked out?
Not today.
No, I didn't know if that was a test.
And so every time we go up against a test, we realize there's something greater God has in store for us. So when we met Crystal was the challenge. So my wife would leave 1 o'clock in the morning to go get Crystal run away. So one day I said, you know what, if she don't want to be here, let her go. I said, we done talked, we did everything we can do, what more can we do? You can't keep getting up, leaving to go chase her down. She said, it's God just keep telling me it's just for that one. And when she said it a couple weeks after that, God spoke the same word to me. And so I was like, man, we got to keep it.
But look where it got you. It brought you a surprise.
It brought us a surprise. And you know, it's been so fulfilling. Crystal gets so jealous because 2 years ago, we went to Philadelphia. And one of our girls got married in Philadelphia, so she asked me to give her away. You know, and I said, well, hey, Shiloh, why don't you watch your granddaddy or your dad? She said, I don't want them. I want you. And I said, well, you know, with that being said, I'm honored. And about 2 months ago, we had another one of our girls that came to our program who said, hey, Mr. Tyrone, I want you to walk me down there. I want you to give me away. And so as these things happen, it blesses me daily just to know that if everybody else turned away from her, we said, come on, we got you. What difference was it in me or my wife than it was in any other program? The difference is Jesus. And that's who we had, and that's who we knew, and so that's what we offered. And that was just the love of Christ, the love that God gave us. We was able to give that to them. So now we're blessed to be able to touch 900 lives, and so hopefully I can go to 899 more weddings and walk down the aisle.
You know, you could actually put that in a walker down the aisle. I mean, and actually, what a nice title that would be given your name. You know, that would work. Okay, what better time is it than now to announce that Tyrone Walker is our Fam Parent of the Year. This is the Family Flame Award. I mentioned how this is kind of an Academy Awards honoring kindness. You'll see the movie decorations that are around. We have the low budget, so we don't have the big fancy cameras, or, you know, and you gotta settle for me as the host. But in any case, this is a tremendous honor to present to Mr. Walker as Parent of the Year, and I'd love to have you say a few words.
Thank you so very much. I'm surprised. I didn't even know why I was here, why I was coming. Please excuse my dress, because I'm like, I sat down and didn't know what was going on until you mentioned it and had us stand up. And I said, oh my God, I'm on jeans and titties.
But he has a coat. He has a designer jacket on.
And I'm like, I apologize for my dress, but I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for Bristol and Garland. And the funny part about it is, they just did this last week. We was in Tallahassee last week. So they did that last week. I'm like, you know what? I got y'all. I thank you guys. I thank you.
And were Mr. and Mrs. Coker here today, they would be able to come forward and receive their framed certificate and a $50 gift card. By the way, Mr. Walker, in addition to the Family Flame Award, and you have to pardon me, this is the first certificate, so I wasn't quite on the procedure, but stay with me for a minute. Certificate! We will be smoother from this point on. Okay, now, the thing is that not every video, obviously, is going to win a Family Flame Award. But every person that submitted a video is an absolute positive champion. And it's an utter blessing. And before we begin the part of the program where we're showing some of our honorable mention videos, I'd like to take a moment and describe an episode of extreme kindness that directly relates to today's event. Last year, we were blessed with having a gentleman named Mauricio Rosas, who handled our Facebook Live presentation, did all the videography, and a horrible thing happened on Monday night. He was hit by a car, hit and run driver, broke his leg. He's not in the best of health anyway. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible thing. And you know, as I say this, my heart just goes out to him, and a brief prayer. But the thing is that after the horror of, oh my God, what happened to you? It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen to Fam? Because, you know, we rely on videos. And all of a sudden, you know, we didn't have a means to show them. Well, I called Paul Rabine, a very dear friend of mine, and you will be hearing from him shortly, and said, Paul, you know, there's this guy that used to do Facebook Live when you had a radio show. Can you put me in touch with him? And he said, well, no, I don't really know how to do that on short notice. And you have to understand, our run-through was Tuesday night. This was Tuesday morning. And then my heart sank just a little bit lower. And then Paul said, but there may be a couple of people in my firm that can take care of the fact that you have no technical expertise. And I said, that would be nice. Well, long story short, within 2.5 hours, we were able, through the grace of God, there's no other explanation for it, to have the expertise of Aurora Boucher at the computer and Brian Cruikshank at the camera. Now, they have no idea what I'm about to do. Just like you had no idea. This is the night of 1,000 surprises. We'll get to that. Okay. I have in my hands two, count them, two certificates. One goes to you, and this may be a coincidence, maybe not. The other goes to Brian. Thank you so much. And they will make absolutely sure that whatever mistakes I make will be covered up by the videos that you're going to be seeing. Which to me is just, that's a wonderful thing, trust me it is. Okay, as you know from looking at your program, the Rabine Brothers Law Firm is also a fan partner. And what better time to give a nice hand to Paul Rabine than to do so after hearing this story. It's my pleasure to introduce my friend, Paul Rabine.
Thanks, Lord. It's our honor to be part of this event in its second year. You know, when he called me, I do car, truck, and motorcycle accidents. He's like, Mauricio's been in a car accident. I'm like, great. You want me to represent him or what? It's like, you represent people in car accidents? No, he was worried about the video. So no problem, we got the video, but Ward, you do a great job with this event. And I remember last year, it was much smaller. And so
That's a good word for it.
it's growing exponentially, and I can't wait to see what you do with it next year. And thank you so much for everything you do.
We have a certificate with